Hi, my name is Njuguna Hilary, co-founder of Afri Farmer Poultry, and as we agreed yesterday, today I'll be sharing with you our brooder and what constitutes a brooder, how it's made, and obviously what are some of the measures you need to observe. Hopefully our insight will be impactful, and you can also be able to learn one or two things from our end. Right there is a brooder, which is usually constructed before the arrival of the chicks. So basically today is what we would call a day zero, because we are doing last minute preparations as we wait for tomorrow chicks. Now for the brooder, we did construct it yesterday, and it comprises of cardboards, and down below we have what we call the wood shavings. Later on we'll be lining it up with used or new sacks, because for the chicks they are very vital during the first days, so that they can be able to know what is water and what is feed. Now as you can see, the brooder is on circular manner. This one usually helps the chick not to be stuck on any of the sharp corners. Obviously it's just like a young born. For the day one, they actually don't know what's their new environment. Now for the circular manner, kind of helps them to move freely, and they don't end up going to one corner. Now I'll be sharing with you the journey from today, tomorrow once we receive the birds, and how those birds will be adapting and growing until the birds reach maturity. We'll also be sharing the tips on how you do proper brooder management. Of course, I'm not an expert, but with the help of other experts, we'll be sharing our insights. I'm gonna just walk inside the brooder so I can be able to share with you maybe the depth of the wood shavings and walk around. And as you can see, I have my boots with me, which are disinfected to ensure that we don't introduce any bacteria to the new surrounding. I know most of you are wondering how deep is the litter. So if you can be able to see, this is how deep it is. And below this wood shaving, what we have is what we call the magarana. Is actually the best material when it comes to poultry building in the coastal region. And it's all lined up simply because it's able to absorb any wetness in the environment or anything. So this is the brooder, and it's quite huge. As you can see, really nice. We were able to spread the shavings quite around the house. And now the next step, once we are done with preparations of the sack, is we are going to line them so that tomorrow we don't actually introduce the chicks directly to the wood shavings. Why? So if you can be able to see down, is these are very fine particles. So and of course they are very attractive to the young chicks. So for the day old chick, once they come in, it's very hard for them to differentiate between the wood shavings and the food. So what we do is, as recommended by the vets, of course, we line in the sacks all around, and then we're able to place our seeds on top, and then it becomes easier. These are the what we call the guineas, or the youth sack, and they are being worked on by the poultry manager, and hopefully we are going to use them inside the brooder to make sure that by tomorrow they are well aligned from corner to corner, and it's actually something awesome once you are able to see it. Now those are the sacks we were talking about earlier. They are now well placed all around the brooder, and this will be helpful because later on tomorrow morning we are going to put in water and feeds across various stations before we put in the birds, and it's now easier for the birds to be able to determine what is water, what is feeds. And maybe for us we usually take 3 days. After 3 days then we usually remove because they are a bit soggy, and obviously you don't want coccidiosis setting in. So I'm super excited that is tomorrow is the day we'll be receiving our buds. We've actually ordered around 465 buds for this particular cohort, and honestly, any new day when you have the small chick, it's a happy day. I can't really wait to have it, and I hope once we receive them tomorrow morning, we'll be able now to store them inside and start this journey. And for the next 30 days, I hope it's going to be a great journey with you guys, and we can share our insight as well. I am super excited to be sharing with you this whole journey, and hopefully we can be able to inspire any youth out there who is looking forward to invest maybe in agribusiness, and particularly in poultry farming. Throughout this sharing out our journey, what does it take to rear a 1-day-old Ken chick bird from day 1 up to maturity, which most likely is day 28 or day 30. Hopefully this is going to be insightful for you guys, and not just learning the production processes. We hope to learn what does it take to build a poultry brand, and we'll be using our own case study, that is AfriFarmer Poultry, where we started, what we were able to do, and what particularly we are doing at this moment to make sure we are the next big poultry brand, which is not only impactful to the society, but it's also creating positive change by creating employment opportunities, and obviously also helping other young people to embrace the entrepreneurial culture. I look forward sharing the insight with you, and I believe I'll also be learning along the way from you guys as well. Bye.